What's perfectly legal to do, but makes you look like a psychopath if you do it? One time in an airport I saw a lady looking at the air like some kind of reptilian. Like full tongue every time. She was all alone. Creeped me the fuck out because I'd just taken a bunch of meds and drank a lot and ate a bunch of oysters. I don't like flying. This was like 8 years ago. Still haunted me. She kind of looked like Jane Lynch too. Scuba dive in a place frequented by snorkelers, then kill the resident large octopus living there that made friends with many snorkelers swimmers for years. Then surface with it dead in front of everyone to take home. Legally done by man. This was Alki Beach WA if I'm remembering right. There are probably exceptions, but generally speaking if a non-living thing is legal to own then it's also legal to collect large quantities of. Choose any object and start acquiring lots of the same and similar objects, display them meticulously, dedicate a room to them, whatever. Using a flamethrower to start a bonfire that is 5'11" tall 80 at least 100 from any neighboring property lines, while there is not a burn ban and you're wearing a Speedo blasting foil fired by Rammstein between the hours of 7:01 AM and 8:59 PM. And as long as you don't have an HOA, well, I saw a man sitting in a park wearing only short shorts shaving his entire self except for what was hidden by his shorts. Toes, feet, legs, eyebrows, pits. Everything. I found that an extremely odd place to super groom. He used a razor and water from a water bottle. Being born rich, spending your entire life hobnobbing with the rich, famous, and politicians, then in your older life running a political campaign based on hate and lies while claiming you're one of the little guys, invoking the castle doctrine. Sure, it's legal in some places but gunning someone down without at least trying to order them out first has never seemed sane to me. The stand your ground laws are even worse. Take happy pills, sorry honey bunny but you're the psychopath. I've taken my pills to control my outbursts ha 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 ha. Honestly people think you're crazy if you take meds. Such an crappy stigma. A realistic example which I have cringed at many times, is shouting at someone down the phone whilst in public. Also, being solo and laughing out loud whilst in a quiet environment, such as a train or a bus. Abandoning your family to move across the country and start a new life without them and pretending they don't exist anymore. Legally fine. Morally ethically court of public opinion, definitely frowned upon. You can sit in a public place and eat an entire bunch of bananas, making eye contact with whoever is nearby while you eat them, stuffing the peel into your pocket each time you finish one. Eating mayonnaise straight from the jar, with a spoon, in a crowded public area. Bonus points if it's a warehouse club-sized tub of mayo, and a serving spoon. Or so I've heard. Knowing how to defend yourself, and when required do you do so. Everyone is like oh you didn't have to that or why did you hurt him so bad? I give a fuck. Eating a banana dipped in ketchup and mustard. Saw it on my college campus during finals week and I really hope they were tired and confused. I've never forgotten it though. Walk with your arms down, hands open, and turn to face forward. It might be good for your posture. Unless your posture is trying not to look like a psycho. Breaking up with someone on their birthday when that is the day your boyfriend introduced you to his friends and family. Pretty sure she was a psychopath. Ordering tacos at Jack in the Box, and asking for a knife. Surgically removing the greasy meat sack portion and eating them like a fucked up Mexican ravioli. Sitting in a coffee shop just drinking coffee. No phone, no headphones, no laptop, no books, magazines or newspapers. Just you and your coffee. I used to know someone who ate oranges whole like an apple. Skin included. I still think about that sometimes and how fucking weird it was. Carrying my guns from the trunk of my car to my house after I go to the range, I had someone see me and turn around and run away once. Yelling at your barely legal GF for a whole restaurant to hear that it's her fault she didn't know she was in a poly relationship. Eating a Kit Kat without breaking it into wafers. Extra psycho points if you eat sideways. That's hidden serial killer vibes. I saw a dude running like Phoebe and Friends a couple weeks back. It's funny in a sitcom but a little odd in the real world. One time I walked around my neighborhood with a pint glass of water and people were giving me looks like I was insane. A guy at work catches mice for food and keeps it alive for 5 days to make sure it's not poison and then cooks them. Imitating the psychopath from Dirty Harry on a bus singing row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Eating spaghetti in a public restroom. Completely legal, but very frowned upon. Especially if you do it loudly. Vote for a political party that ignores the well-being of their voters? No names. Should be obvious, playful face. Eating straight through a cinnamon roll instead of unrolling it like a fruit by the foot as God intended. Walk around with a rifle. especially if it isn't hunting season or if you're in the middle of a city. Drive all the way in the empty lane to the merge point. Like you're supposed to do. Zipper is real. Eating a peeled orange the way one would eat an apple, holding the fruit and taking bites out of it. Putting Gatorade in a Windex bottle and drinking it at a park will get the cops called on you. Picking Powerball numbers in numerical order. I got a ticket 1 2 3 4 5 6, and gave it to my dad, I guess wearing a trench coat, walking up and ominously staring at someone at the train station. Oregon has some kind of old law that allows you to be naked if you're protesting something. Wearing my favorite tuxedo and going for a jog with my arms folded the whole time. Bringing a glass of water to the gym instead of a resealable plastic water bottle. Sleeping in jeans. Anyone who does this can stay the absolute hell away from me. Mayonnaise is a salad dressing. Use that information however you want. Entering an elevator full of people and not turning to face the door. Sticking your tongue in a burrito to check its internal temperature. If you're over 30 and still burning ants with a magnifying glass. Putting one sock on, then one shoe, then the other sock and shoe. Carry a glass of water and walk down the sidewalk. Drinking it. Licking the butter off the inside of the microwave popcorn bag. Walk up to random strangers in public and introduce yourself. Passing a police car at 150 miles per hour while drinking a can of beer. I saw a guy at Costco scooping brownie mix into his Coke. Saw someone snacking on dry and cooked pasta the other day. Drink orange juice immediately after brushing your teeth. Being an adult and playing on a playground by yourself. Eating mayonnaise with a spoon straight from the jar. Build coffins as a hobby to give away in advance.